Big time game coming up on Sunday. The Chicago Bears are looking to win their first divisional game of the Ben Johnson era. Need it bad. We're going to be talking about it all. It's Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah and the Brick by Brick podcast starting right now. We're back here on the Brick by Brick podcast here at the CHGO Sports Studios. We are presented by our good friends over at Circus Sports and Empire Today. Make sure you're downloading your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And make sure you're using the code CHGO with Empire Today to get $350 discounts on all your flooring needs. We appreciate their support always to the program. I am your host, Greg Braggs Jr. Alongside me, as always, is Jerry Azumah, a.k.a. Zoom. And, of course, Lance L. Boogie Briggs, the double nickel, the 55.
Future Hall of Famer.
This is kind of a nickname day. What's that, Briggsy?
I'm no Dio Dangbo.
Yeah, it's like harder to goof on him now that he's out for a year. Certainly not a great first year for the current 55, but always a good day to hang out with the real deal 55. It is kind of a nickname week.
Is it?
It is. We're going up against the Vikings, and J.J. McCarthy gave himself a nickname.
He did.
He says his alter ego is 9.
9?
Yes, I don't know if you saw the video, but he gave an explanation.
I'm so glad I didn't see that.
A couple weeks ago, he gave an explanation that he goes in a dark place, and that person is 9. And
oh my goodness,
and he's been getting goofed on it since.
What are we doing?
Well, I mean,
what does that 9 represent?
His number.
Oh, his number.
His number is 9. So,
God.
And then now with Caleb, a lot of his teammates, Caleb didn't come up with this on his own, thankfully, but his teammates are starting to call him the Iceman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the NFL films and all the behind-the-scenes stuff, he was mic'd up. And every time he came out the sidelines, they were calling him Iceman. And
Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman. But then Theo Benedict calls him C. Willie.
C. Willie.
So I don't know. How do you guys feel about all of this?
Whoa.
All of it needs to be thrown away.
No way. There's no way that C. Willie would. Nope.
I better not ever hear that again.
Right.
We're all done with the C. Willie.
Keep that nickname out of the locker room.
Not feeling it. Who gave you El Boogie, Briggs? Where'd that come from?
Man, I think it was just a natural fit. When I growing up as a kid, my nickname was Burger. So my mom, my sisters and my brother, they call me Burger. And then, but on the football field, it's always been, Boogie, El Boogie. It's been an easy kind of rolls off the tongue, that kind of deal. So anybody that I've played with in Chicago, except for Peanut. Peanut's the only guy that calls me Burger. Everybody else called me El Boogie.
I never knew that. I never heard that.
What's your nickname?
When I was a kid, everybody called me Braggsy. Yeah, that was it.
It's boring.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called a lot of things. That's
Really?
for damn sure. But Braggsy was definitely my nickname growing up playing baseball.
Is it still your nickname?
No, I mean, nobody really calls me that anymore. When I was playing Little League Baseball, I thought I was real hot shit, and they call me Braggsy. And one time
Little League was a long time ago.
One time I robbed a home run over the wall. It was one of the best moments of my life. Kevin
you have a daughter, right?
robbed Kevin McFadden over the wall.
Yeah.
He thought he had it, brought it back, and I came to practice that week. I spray painted my glove gold.
I like it. So Goldie was your name.
I used to be called Briggsy. I used to be called Briggsy a little bit by the coaches. Had anybody called you Braggett?
Braggart? No. But that is why I call you Briggsy sometimes, because of Braggsy back in the day. Obviously, Zoom was an easy fit for you.
Everywhere I went, it was easy. It was Zoom.
Right.
Azumah, Zoom.
Well, I mean, he had Burger. Was there any other one that you had?
No, it was either Zoom or Zoom.
Zoom.
Take your pick.
So you had Peanut. I mean, Peanut was definitely a unique name. He came in with that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bears, that was something that he came from the Bears.
That was more birthright for him.
Yeah. He looked like a little peanut.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's right. I'm trying to think, was there any other good nicknames of players you played with, you guys?
Cadillac Williams.
Vash was, what was Vash? Young World.
Young
we called him Young World.
What, do you have a music deal?
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Lil Evil was Mike Brown. We called him Lil Evil.
Lil Evil, Mike Green, Green Machine.
Yep, I called Erlacher Bizzle Nuts. I called him Bizzle Nuts. Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yep, it was.
It worked.
Anthony Adams was AA. Did you guys
Spice?
Spice, yeah, Spice. That's right, Spice.
Nick Roach was Nicky Whispers. Nicky Whispers.
Why was it Nick? Why?
Because he used to call the huddle, but nobody could hear him. So he'd always, when he's called the huddle, he's like,
like, speak up.
And we're like, what? Speak up. Everybody, speak up. So we called him Nicky Whispers.
It's a secret.
Yep. He had Adewale Angulia. Yeah. He was the prince.
Yeah. The prince.
Yep, the Nigerian prince. Everybody in Nigeria is a prince.
Yeah. I love it.
Right.
But nobody gave themselves these nicknames. That's the difference.
I think Wale gave himself the prince. I think so.
Wale gave him the prince.
Yeah.
It just didn't take off.
The nickname that the D lineman would always give, like if there's a new D lineman and he came in looking all sloppy, they would always call him Big Doo-Doo. So the guy would come in and they're like, hey, look at Big Doo-Doo over there. And I was like, what does that mean? Looking all sloppy.
I think we had somebody by the name of Cookies. I don't know who it was, but I think I heard that in the locker room a couple times. I don't know. I might have been hearing things. I don't know.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm the meatball now, and
Meatloaf.
Yeah, not Meatloaf. We were talking about Meatloaf before the show. Not Meatloaf, the meatball, and then you got Hollywood Hogue, certainly, and then I call Carm Cram. I think that's the best way of describing.
Steven, what's your nickname? Yeah.
I don't think I have one. I don't know if I've ever had one.
You got to get you one.
Actually, when I was I'm not saying this out loud.
Yeah, you better say it out loud. Say it. Say it.
All right, so I was a late bloomer. I was like 5'2" in high school, and back in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, there was someone called me Stuart Little, and I hated it.
Stuart Little.
I hate it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stu.
Now I'm taller and stronger than him. So who's Stuart Little now?
Yeah. That's right, Saint.
Let him know, Stu.
We'll have to come up. So I always say Steven is most likely to be a serial killer of any. Like you would think it'd be me because I'm nuts, but like it's actually him because he's the silent guy.
Yeah, he's quiet.
So like to me, I think there's something there we got to find. We'll figure it out here. Appreciate
fits the category.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like he's the type. I've said this a million times that. He could go on a killing spree and never get caught because he's just maniacal and just very meticulous and perfection. He'd leave a crime scene completely clean.
Well, you say that, but then I killed that mouse at the Super Bowl, and that was not a clean crime scene.
Yeah. There was a mouse in our Airbnb, and this dude, we're all freaking out. It's like hiding in the couch. We had this whole thing set up. We were gonna create an alleyway to brush him out the door. He comes flying out the couch, and this dude, Steven, comes out of nowhere, like a javelin with
Like a
the
serial
lamp.
killer.
Like a serial killer, and just chucks this thing, this lamp, and javelin tosses and kills this mouse. And we have a video of it. We're all like freaking out. It's pretty funny.
Man.
But
Where'd he get that mouse?
Poor mouse. We all freaked out. It
happens.
It happens. So appreciate everybody hanging out here for the nickname segment of the Brick by Brick podcast. We're going to get into a lot of different things today. We got a little fill in the blank segment as we have kind of officially reached the halfway point of the season. That'll be coming up here soon. Obviously, we got the blueprint and DeBet's coming up later in the show to kind of go over the Week 11 NFL slate. It's a good week of games for sure, and it's getting more fun to kind of look at the other teams because the wild card picture and the playoff picture. So there's so many more games now that I'm more emotionally invested in because you want to see how this is all going to shake out for the Bears. But we did also have a special announcement. For those of you that weren't on Twitter, it was somebody's birthday yesterday, and that's right. There it is, Lance Briggs.
Burger. A.K.A. El Boogie.
The birthday burger boy.
A.K.A. Double Nickel.
Right there, double nickel.
Thanks, fellas.
Happy birthday.
Happy birth.
Thanks a lot.
Day.
Fellas. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
how old are
thank
you?
Old enough.
Old enough. What the hell does that mean?
That means I'm 45, fellas.
Hey, Michael Jordan, 45 all day.
Yeah.
Congratulations
45.
on your birthday. Another trip around the sun. I did do some research on famous November 12th birthdays. So I don't know if you're aware of these, but I thought we'd go over it here for some fun before we get into the Bears talk here. And so we've got somewhere in there.
Did you do anything special for your birthday?
I woke up. Man, listen, I was happy. You know what? I went and saw
He woke up.
Predator Badlands. Wanted to see it. I was impressed. Good movie, very good movie, and
Yeah, it looked.
I recommend you guys all go check it out. It's pretty intense the entire way through, like a Predator movie should be, but it was fun.
Nice. Well, happy birthday. Here's your famous November 12th birthdays that Lance Briggs shares with these people. So you got Anne Hathaway, Ryan Gosling, Russell Westbrook, Tanya Harding.
Wow. Tanya Harding.
With the boxing gloves, Neil Young, Wallace Shawn, a famous actor that's been around for decades, and then
Wallace.
And then not William Wallace, and then Omarion, the singer.
Omarion.
Actually, Omarion.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can you dance like Omarion?
Hey, listen, you got every name correct except for the black name. Come on, man.
Except for the easiest name on the board.
There's one name.
My goodness, Omarion.
It's Omarion.
Super easy. What are we doing?
Hey, keep you know what? Keep yapping, and then I'll Tanya Harding you. Okay, all right. you be coming around the corner. You get that Harding treatment.
Oh man, I mean, how easy can that name be?
Omarion. I was thinking of Omarion Hampton.
Well, you were thinking wrong.
Yep. Wrong guy.
So yeah, how does that feel? Share a birthday with Tanya Harding. I mean, that's pretty big.
Listen, hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. You know what I mean? She went for it. The husband went for it.
I'll say this much: the Tanya Harding movie they made a few years ago.
Good.
It was great.
It was really good.
It was great.
It was really good. I think it won an award.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they
really
did
good.
that was like a trip down memory lane. That was they did a really good job with that. So I did find this other picture, Steven, of Jerry and Lance on Twitter. I told you about the cream
Super Bowl
sleeve. He shared this as he wished you a happy birthday on Twitter. And it was you and Jerry at the Super Bowl. This is a great picture of you two. I've never seen this before. Look at these dance moves.
Miami. I was practicing for the Club Live.
Yes.
We're practicing our moves.
Those sunglasses that was a big deal because during the week we got these free sunglasses, so we got to wear sunglasses. And Bob comes up when we're getting ready to go to practice, and he says, "You can't wear sunglasses to practice." Right? And he walked by everybody. All 58 players that were out there went right up to me and said, "Lance, you can't wear sunglasses to practice."
So
right?
what did Lance do?
So I said, "Fine, Bob, fine. If you don't want me to wear sunglasses, I won't wear sunglasses," right? Lovey walks up right after that, and he goes, "Everybody can wear sunglasses." I got right into Bob's face, and I took my sunglasses. I put them right on, right there. You like that? Huh? And walked off. Great moment.
Oh,
those
man.
Sunglasses stayed on all week.
Yep.
That's great.
I had my glasses on too.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. All right. Well, we'll get into the Bears talk here. Take a quick 2-minute timeout here in just a minute here as we're getting things underway. We appreciate everybody hanging out. We always like to have fun. That's why I call it vibe check in the first segment. Like, keep things loose. You never know where things are going to go. And now I get to learn all those nicknames. Now we know about Burger over here. Who would have known? Yeah.
Birthdays.
Brexit.
Movies.
Bragsy.
Oh,
yeah. Moron. That's what most people call me.
Brickhead.
But yeah, Brickhead for sure. There's a lot of names being tossed around. I did wear a couple. I had a big win last night at home and a big L. My daughter got an A on her math test, and shout out to Jenny.
Nice.
Shout out to Jenny because she's been working really hard on her. Getting the grades on math is her hardest class she takes. She's 7, so a lot of pressure in second grade. But she is really dialed in. Got an A, but then I took an L with Jenny because she's like, they made these cookies, and Jenny comes running up on me and it's like, "You can't control yourself. Where are the cookies?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
The cookies.
They're in the pantry. She blamed me for eating an entire bag of cookies.
She didn't look into the pantry?
No. And I get accused for this, and I'm like, what the? How do you think I'm capable of eating 22 cookies?
That's just how it is.
And she was certain that I did, so that didn't feel great. But Addie did.
How many cookies did you eat, though?
I ate one. All right,
okay.
but not. Jenny thought I ate 22 of them. I'm like, that's what you think I'm capable of? Come on.
How long did it take you to clear the snow?
Oh, we got nailed in Northwest Indiana. We got nailed. We got 2 feet of snow, man. It took me over 2 hours to shovel my whole driveway. I live in a cul-de-sac, so then it's like all.
It's a lot of shoveling.
Yeah, it was a lot. But, we got it done. It's all melting now. It's starting to get up to 60 degrees here this weekend here in Chicago. So that's the ebb and flow of the weather here in the Midwest. So 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, start talking some football. Appreciate everybody having some fun with us. Hit the like button for the Brick by Brick podcast. And we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. And when we come back, more Chicago Bears football talk. Want to give a shout out to our good friends over at Circa Sports. Whatever the sport, the app to bet is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports, it's sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. They always take care of the people. So bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Whether it's spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circa Sports has it for you. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. And make sure you stay tuned here later in the program because we are going to be helping you make some money on this Week 11 NFL slate with bets and Circa Sports Illinois. So download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Make sure you call 1-800-GAMBLER. Can't say enough good things about Circa Sports. They are as good as it gets. Make sure you download the app. And then also, make sure you hit up our guys at Mando if you want to stay fresh. I love Mando. They've got a lot of different options, a lot of different vibes that are going to make you feel and smell and scent right and fresh right. That's what Mando's all about, is staying fresh for as long as possible. It's safe to use anywhere on your body. So you can use it on your pits, balls, your crack, the deodorant, the thigh fold. That's right, Steven. The belly button, everywhere you want, even your feet. And it's clinically proven to block odor all day and up to 72 hours. So as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use code CHGO at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. That's shopmando.com. Please support our show and then tell them we sent you. All right, we're back here on the Brick by Brick podcast. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate everybody hanging out here with Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah as we are getting set for Week 11 of the NFL season. We're going to do a little fill in the blank here. We did this here in the offseason a little bit, bring it back here today, go over a few different things, just to kind of do a little bit of an exercise on where we're at here now that we've reached the official halfway point of this 17-game season with a bye included. So 18 weeks of football here. We're just continuing to roll along. We appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun, certainly, here this year. So first, fill in the blank. Jerry, I'll start with you, and then we'll move over to Lance. And it reads, I'm most surprised by blank this season. What are you most surprised by?
Most surprised about the defense. The defense. I thought that this defense was going to be very active, especially up front. And I'm really shocked and surprised that it's not. It seems like in the past couple of games, they have turned up the intensity. They've been getting to the quarterback. I think we had 3 sacks last week and then the week after that, or before that. But I was just thinking that out the gate that this unit and what they put together would be intense in getting after the quarterback. We just haven't seen that consistently. So I would say the defense, defensive line.
Who would have thought that we'd be saying, man, hopefully
so much money spent on it.
Can come back this week. We need Dom Rob. Never thought that'd be a statement.
So much money spent.
Although Austin Booker's made an impact the last couple weeks here. Yep. Now that he's
CJ also
back, and we asked for that, and so I think they had 4 sacks last week, but that 2 of them were from CJ Gardner-Johnson. So we need more from the defensive line, no doubt about it. Lance, what are you most surprised by this season?
I'm surprised by our record right now. We're 6-3, and
you're surprised by that?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I think if you've lived in Chicago for as long as you and I have played in Chicago, right now being 6-3 should be a surprise. A pleasant surprise because we don't see it often. It's been a while. What 2017. And to be in a position and for Braggs to say, hey, now I'm looking at all these other situations and scenarios to see how things are going to play out because we're right in the thick of it.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially after starting 0-2.
Right.
Because I was in a very dark place when they started 0-2.
Yeah, I was worried about you.
I was worried about me. A lot of people were worried about me, and rightfully so, because
we're not worried anymore, though.
Taco Bell was worried about you.
When I pulled up Taco Bell, they had that order ready. They
were like, double him up.
We got you, man. All right, well, let's get on to the next one here. It's basically flip the script. I'm most disappointed by the blank this season.
The defensive line.
Well, that's why you were supposed to do something positive on the first one,
Jerry. Man, yeah.
Lance understood the assignment.
The defensive line, man. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's playing with my emotions.
Yeah. Lance, what do you got here since Jerry messed this whole thing up?
The defense as a whole right now. I know that there's been injuries and whatnot, but they're giving up over 400 yards per game, and that's just too much. And at the end of the day, down the stretch, that's the thing that's going to hurt this Bears team the most.
When you think about the Chicago Bears, you think about defense first,
right?
And you think about obviously creating some type of pressure to get to a quarterback and stopping the run. And the Chicago Bears just haven't been good at any of that. Can't stop the run. They've been challenged there. Getting after the quarterback, they've been challenged there.
Yep.
So
we can take the ball away.
The defense, but we did take the ball away. We take the ball away a lot, and it keeps us close.
They've been good on third down this year.
Very good on third down,
and good with takeaways.
Right.
But they are at the very bottom of the league in giving up yards per game.
Mm-hmm. Too many.
At the very bottom of the league in giving up points per game. On defense.
I mean, rule number one is stop the run.
Yeah.
That's rule number one as a defense, and we haven't been able to do that consistently. So that has to change. I mean, yes, they're winning games, but if they want to win in the division and go further, they're going to have to stop the run.
We'll see if TJ Edwards can return this week. He did not practice yesterday, but they had a bunch of guys that didn't practice, and that's typically how it goes early in the week, although it's a little different with TJ with him not playing last week. You also had updates from Ben Johnson about Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson, as Adam Hogue did some great reporting yesterday. Shout out to Adam. But it sounds like Jalen Johnson will return this season, which I guess, definitely didn't feel like a guarantee.
That'll be a boost.
So now the question is when on Kyler, when on Jalen.
Yeah.
But if they can bring those guys back, I don't think there's really anything you can do about this pass rush outside of Austin Booker, just kind of emerging, which here in the first two games, he's had a forced fumble.
He's had impact plays.
Games.
For sure.
So, if he can continue to build on these first two, that's certainly a start. Steven, did you have something? I saw you leaning.
Yeah, I mean, just in regards to something I'm disappointed by. Corner was supposed to be the deepest position on this team. That's what we said at the start of the season. That was our best position, and it just hasn't ended up that way due to injuries. So I mean, I think when you look at what wasn't the trade deadline for the Bears, they didn't really do much of anything other than Joe Tryon, Shoyinka. Their biggest acquisitions this season could simply be getting Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, I think the biggest surprise has got to be Theo Benedict taking that left tackle job. I mean, when we were in the offseason, I was on the big Ozzie Trapillo train.
Yeah, you were.
And, all of a sudden, Theo Benedict, the Canadian Eagle comes out of nowhere. He hasn't been perfect, but, he's held it down since he's taken that job as best
Lance
he
is
can.
not feeling it.
What happened to that train? What happened to that Ozzie Trapillo train? What happened to that train?
You know what?
It derailed.
You know what? I'm gonna allow you to make fun of that take because you made fun of me about Loveland and see how that's working out lately. Trapillo, sir, has been playing a lot of football. They have him in there in 13 personnel package, the jumbo package.
Yeah, jumbo
they bring
package.
him in. He's been making an impact.
He's a jumbo package guy?
Yeah, he is. He is because he's a jumbo person.
Okay.
And
That's
you know
crazy.
what? He came in that. He came in that. Don't do that. He came in
Rick Head Award.
He came in that Raiders game when Max Crosby was wreaking havoc and held it down,
True.
sir. So you know what? You want to sell stock on Ozzie? I'm keeping my stock. I'm not selling anything. So shout out to Ozzie Trapillo. He's doing well.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
He's not our left tackle though. He's not going to be our left
He's
tackle.
not our left tackle. I thought he'd be our left tackle. I'll take that L.
I was surprised to see this. I just looked it up. He's actually played a total of 19 snaps last 3 weeks. I didn't really see him out there that much.
Yeah, they got him out there all the time, man.
Yeah,
he's a big part of their
sneak him.
run game right now.
It's part of the big package.
The jumbo.
Whoa.
The jumbo package. My fault.
The jumbo package.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm about to throw a brick.
I don't know. My biggest disappointment, it would be hard to say. I'm kind of with Briggs. Like I'm just so grateful that they've won 6 of 7 games. I really wasn't expecting that after they started 0-2.
Yeah.
Steven makes a really good point in terms of what we've gotten out of the lack thereof with the secondary. I don't want to pick on him because he's hurt now, but I mean I think the biggest disappointment certainly has been Dio Dangbo.
Yeah.
And I again take no it's not. I feel like that's picking on him now because he's hurt and he's out for the year.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of our 3 big free agent acquisitions haven't really performed well.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Dio, Grady Jarrett. We haven't seen much of him.
Grady Jarrett.
Our job is to be honest about our evaluations of the team.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And it's not a knock on him because he's hurt. We're talking about his performance when he was on the field. So, it's you're right to say what you have to say, about him, and whether it was positive or whether it was in the negative light. It's constructive.
Yep, no question. So, all right, moving on to the next one. Ben Johnson has blank my expectations this season. Jerry?
Exceeded. Yeah. I mean, look, this team, they lost 10 games in a row last year. You know what I'm saying? They're not really that good. And he came in and he's, basically moved some things around, adjusted some things, and now they are on the win train. They're finding ways to win games where last year they were finding ways to lose games. So, I mean, he's done a great job with putting together this coaching staff, and he's finding ways to and it's hard. It's difficult. This is year one for him, and he's putting everything together, and he's really successful at that right now. So you need to keep it going.
Yep.
I like it.
Lance, where are you at?
This question, I know that Ben Johnson can do no wrong in Braggs' eyes, so I already know your answer for this one. Ben Johnson certainly has exceeded, I think, all of our expectations. He's done it. He's done well. He's done well with what he's had and worked and development, and you can see the process as it's happening. I think the one thing that has been a little bothersome, is defense and penalties over the life. But you can even see penalties starting to get better, progressively better. Defense has to get better. That's all a part of being your head coach. You cannot just be a great offense without that defense. The great offenses they had in Detroit, they were met with a great defense as well in Detroit. So we have to get that fixed.
Yeah, I said it yesterday on the show, so that's kind of where some of this started with the fill in the blank today. But I said yesterday that Ben Johnson has absolutely exceeded my expectations, and that was somebody that had very high expectations of him coming in. And so the fact that he's exceeded them, is kind of really hard to do. This is a guy that, had the reputation of like one of the best play calling minds in all the NFL. But where I think he exceeded my expectations is the type of leader he's been as a coach, because it's not easy to come in year one and flip a culture that not just needed adjustment, it needed a whole overhaul. This was a
serious change.
This was a toxic culture last year where you had players going to the media calling out the coaches. You had a losing environment, for years here, where the Bears keep fighting their way into the number one pick. Like this was not an easy flip. And to walk into that locker room and to have to start immediately holding players accountable, some that have been here for a while,
right,
and have them embrace him. He's got to prove that to them in order for the players to then buy in and allow him to check them like that. If it's all word salad and smoke and mirrors and just talking out your mouth, but then not showing with results, players aren't going to follow you.
Right.
But now you've got a whole locker room chanting good, better, best. We talked to Cole Kmet, Lance, a couple days ago, and he had a very similar story to what you said about breaking the huddle as world champs, where you're like, I don't know about all that. But then you guys started to believe, and he was talking about the first time he broke down the good, better, best. They're all kind of like, what is this? But now look at them. Yeah. They're all chanting it because they bought into what he's selling. And so that to me is what he has exceeded in terms of
it took a lot of work to do that. Obviously the off-season program and training camp, everybody was talking about how difficult this training camp was for the players, but the players had to buy into that. Obviously, Johnson saw this team and what they did last season and losing all those games, and knew right away that, wait, we got to change a lot of different things, and it has to be drastic, and it has to be right now.
Right.
And he did that. And slowly but surely, over time, they started to change that culture, and then they started to win. And then winning also becomes contagious, too, just like losing does. Like last year, those 10 losses were very contagious. But now they're winning, and they're finding ways to win, and it's becoming contagious, and I love it.
Zoom, it was the most physical training camp that the Chicago media has seen in over a century.
You slow down there.
Stop it.
You laugh. You
want to laugh. Stop it.
You laugh.
Stop that.
Birthday burger. But when we talked to Cole the other day, I asked him about, because he said, our identity has become physicality and the way they block. You see in Darnell Wright and Jonah Jackson and
everyone firing off the ball.
The way they're blocking for these guys. Cole Kmet leading, helping lead Caleb Williams into the end zone on that game-winning touchdown against the Giants. And he said that identity started in that most physical practice that we covered back at camp. He said that day, that set the tone for how we were going to play football. And he said it took time for us to kind of figure out the configuration of how we needed to do things and who we needed out there. He's like, but that day was the tone setter of how Ben Johnson wanted us to play football. So, it's all kind of come together, but I think that part of it for me with Ben Johnson has just been so impressive. Then you take into account how great of a play caller he is and how many explosive plays they've had on offense, how many points per game they're putting, all that stuff. That I think they knew they were signing up for with the $13.5 million. The rest of it, he's done. It
seems like for the first time, we're not worried about the offense.
Yep.
The offense is going to be fine. Now it's the defense that we're worried about.
Yep.
And special teams. Like, we have to add in that third phase. The special teams can get a little boost as well. They can do a little bit better too. So he's going to have to focus in on the defense and the special teams and getting them their level of play up to the standards of what the offense is.
And I like the defensive coaching staff. So,
they're very experienced, and they have some dogs over there.
If we don't just hyper-focus on this week or the rest of this year, they've got the right coaching staff in place on that defensive side of the ball. And so now it's just about getting the right players that fit their system.
Okay.
And so,
or getting guys back.
Do you like the coaches or do you like production? Which do you want more? Which is more important to this team?
Come on, why do I got to pick between the two?
It's not because because it's not negotiable. It's production. It's about production. If you don't produce, this is the NFL. It means not for long. Right? We can like him. We can like this coaching staff. I like Dennis Allen. I like all of that stuff. But we need for his defense to produce. Okay? And if under his watch, no matter how good those coaches are, under their watch, if the players aren't performing or executing, you can't use the excuse, well, we didn't have these guys. We didn't have that guy this year. We didn't have this or we didn't have that. We set out on a plan each week to go out and stop the run, stop the pass, put pressure on the quarterback, and get off on third down, take the ball away and get off on third down. And we didn't do that effectively. All right. We only did 1 out of 5, or we only did 2 out of 5. You know what I mean? So again, like it's not about whether we like the coaches and the players have to produce.
Yeah, I completely agree, but I think at this point now, and hey, they brought in, like we just talked about it, Dio and Grady haven't worked out, and so they did swing and miss.
It's not like they're not trying.
Right.
They're definitely trying.
Yeah.
They're just not getting the productivity that they should be getting.
But
but at the same time, it comes to schemes as well. Sometimes you have to scheme up certain things to get that type of pressure if you're not winning those one-on-one matchups and those battles.
Go ahead, Lance.
Here's the thing too, man. Sorry, but we've gone through these years where it's like, oh man, the Tampa 2 doesn't work. The Tampa 2 doesn't work, and this and that. And then we get Dennis Allen, we're like, oh man, I love how he dials this up, dials that up, dials this up, and he dials that up. Well, they're giving up 400 yards a game, over 400 yards a game. Okay, so you can dial up whatever the hell you want. Okay, we played, especially for a stretch last year, we played really good doggone defense. So this is for all the viewers that are watching. It doesn't matter what scheme that you're playing. It's how you play it. It's how you go out and you doggone play it. If you can execute, you can execute. If you don't, you don't. But it's not because, the Tampa 2 is old, they can't do this. The Dennis Allen deal, the way that they do it. No, it's not that. You look at the numbers, man. Look at the doggone numbers. Get players out there and execute. It's about production.
Yeah, it's about production, and it's also about executing too. Like, whatever I call, you got to go out there and you have to execute the defense and the game plan as well. So it just hasn't really worked out. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. Hopefully we get some guys back that are healthier as well to make the system work, and we'll see what happens.
All right, as we're doing half-season report card here on the fill in the blank. I knew this was going to spark good conversation. So the next one, we got two more here. As we're kind of reaching the halfway point of the Brick by Brick podcast, make sure you hit the like button. No laughing, Burger.
Here we go. Here we go, Braggsy.
Flame broiled. All right. We said Ben Johnson, so now Caleb Williams has blank my expectations this season.
He's exceeded it.
He's exceeded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's out there. He's balling right now. Like, this is his second year. He's still a very young quarterback. He has a lot of young wide receivers that are around him. There's a lot of young, impressive talent at the same time. But he is out there and he's making plays. He's going out there. He's slinging the ball all over the place. He's making plays with his legs. He's scrambling. He's finding wide receivers. They haven't really been catching the ball and helping them as much as they should be. But at the same time, he's putting this team in position to be successful and to win games. And that's what they're doing. They're winning games. So we can't be mad at that. And offensively, they're going out there and they're saying, you know what, we might be down by 10 points, but we still have the confidence to go out there. We're going to get a quick touchdown and we're going to get another field goal or whatever it is. They have these goals in mind and they go out there and they get and achieve those goals. And that's good to see. That's what I want to see from my second-year quarterback.
Okay. Lance?
He's exceeded. I mean, he's doing well. No, I'm not going to say he exceeded. I think he's doing what he's supposed to do as a number one pick. I've seen him.
You need to get off of that.
I've seen him get better and better. I've seen him in this last game. He was on the money. He was on the money with his accuracy. That's been my biggest issue with him. And last game is, if that's a sign of what's to come, then we are in a great place. We're in a great place because we have Ben Johnson, and we're in an even better place because of Caleb Williams. He has, like Zoom says, he's done great things with his legs. He's done great things with his arms, and he does fantastic things with his nails.
Well, he almost went exceeded expectations, and I can't wait.
Well, you were waiting for that one,
when
huh?
The Bears make the playoffs,
I didn't know that question.
When the Bears make the playoffs, you're painting your nails. I'm just telling you right now. And so, number 2.
He's painting his toenails.
Both. Manny and a petty. Now, listen.
No one's going to see my feet.
but you will know. You'll know.
You got to pay for that. The burger only
Oh, my goodness.
Honestly, we almost got Briggs on the exceeded expectation with Caleb. That was going to be shocking. But I would actually go with Lance and say he's met my expectations. I wouldn't say exceeded, because where I would say exceeded would be, I knew he could win games in the fourth quarter. He should have won 6 games last year in the fourth quarter. That Hail Mary game, that wasn't his fault. The blocked field goal against the Packers, that wasn't his fault. Like, he had done things many times last year where he showed me he could pull a game out from nowhere at the end. Now they're on the winning side of things because I think there's a good coaching staff and situational football. The Bears have been better.
He's also just gotten better.
Yeah, he's absolutely gotten a lot better.
Much
and
better.
The way he's embraced Ben Johnson's coaching
defense,
and really dialing into this system. Ben's talked about how he's been more prepared the last 2 weeks than he's seen him so far, and so you see him growing.
You see the confidence there, too.
100%.
He's attacking everything with confidence.
See Willie.
Yeah.
See Willie.
See Willie.
And so, to me, I think that if he wanted to exceed expectations, like, they got to hit what they've been talking about, and that's consistency, because they're doing it in spurts, but you're not seeing a full 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And the last couple weeks have been extremely explosive, but then prior to that, the Ravens and the Saints game, it was up and down. So it's kind of been all over the place. And that being said, that's what makes me excited is it hasn't been perfect, and yet they've been one of the more explosive and productive offenses in football.
Well, now with this schedule, we're about to talk about, teams in the division. And that's what it's going to come down to. It's, you're playing teams in the division. We want to see what Caleb can do in the division because that's the easiest pathway to get to the playoffs. So we're about to find out exactly what he's made of, and I'm excited to see this. Like, right now, I've been seeing the sample size of him doing extremely well and taking a step forward. But now we're getting into the division. Now I'm really excited to see what he can do in this division because this division is very tough.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about a big divisional matchup here coming up on the Blueprint. Final one-word answer because we only got we got like a minute before we got to hit the break. Final fill in the blank. The Chicago Bears blank. Wait, how did I?
That's how.
Oh yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears blank make the playoffs. So. Will they or won't they make the playoffs? Fill in the blank, Jerry.
Oh, my goodness. What is it? Who do they have on their schedule?
They got some tough teams.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with.
Make the fans happy, Zoom.
Oh, no. I don't want. No. We can't just give away our happiness like that.
You got Vikings, Steelers,
Vikings,
Eagles,
Packers,
Browns, Packers, Niners, Lions.
Ooh. I'm going to go with they will.
Okay, there it is.
They will.
Make the people proud.
They will. Make me proud.
Lance?
Make me proud.
The Chicago Bears effing make the playoffs.
Make the people proud.
That is terrifying. Oh, man. I got to make it in the playoffs, but I'm a meatball. Nobody cares what I think. All right, take a quick 2-minute timeout. Then we're going to get into the blueprint on how to beat the Vikings and, go over our keys to that victory that we need here. So quick 2-minute timeout. Don't go away. We'll come back. Shout out to our sponsors. Got to give a shout out to our good friends over at Empire Today. Just like your favorite team needs a home field advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you get that. Empire Today has flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day of the week. You know you've been to those big box stores. They've got a flooring department, but the person helping you may have been doing sinks the day before, and we always say here on the Brick by Brick podcast, you can trust bricklayers, you can never trust plumbers, but you know you can trust your good friends over at Empire Today. They give you clear, upfront, and all-inclusive pricing, so schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. CHGO listeners can receive a $350 discount when using the promo code CHGO. Yes, you heard that right, a $350 discount with code CHGO. Restrictions apply. Visit empiretoday.com/CHGO for full details. Appreciate Empire Today as a presenting sponsor here on the Brick by Brick podcast. And also want to give you a reminder that now is as good a time as ever to become a diehard here at CHGO Sports. And we have a special offer right now. Compliments of our guy Adam Johns. If you use the code Johns, that's JAHNS, you get $36 diehard offer right exclusively to you. You get premium written content from Johns, from Hogue, from Carm, from Patrick Norton. They all do a great job with the written side of things. That's exclusive to diehards only. You get a free shirt as soon as you sign up. There's the QR code on your screen if you're watching here on YouTube, but it is a can't miss deal. Free shirt, discounts on future shirts, discounts on events like our tailgates that are every single home game. Next one coming up for the Steelers. Hope you can make it. Hope you can sign up to become a diehard. We appreciate your support always. All right, we're here on the Brick by Brick podcast with Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah. Appreciate everybody hanging out. The double nickel. That's right. And so we're going to get into the blueprint here of how to beat the Vikings, but I want Cole Kmet to kind of set the table. If you haven't had a chance yet, we had a chance to talk to Cole a couple days ago on CHGO Bears, and it was a great interview. We got like 30 minutes with him, and he gave us a lot of different insight. And so this was Cole Kmet's thoughts on what they need to do as they face the Vikings for the second time this season, the first team they're playing for the second time this season.
Good hat, too.
Good.
We'll be interested to see what the game plan kind of looks like coming up, really starting tomorrow. But, taking a look at these guys, I think, they're obviously still playing well on defense, and they present a bunch of different looks to us, and they're physical up front. It's a divisional opponent, so we know we're kind of getting it from that standpoint. So it's going to be a tough challenge for us, going out to Minnesota and getting a win here. But, we know as we enter these games in the division here down the stretch that we got to have them, and we just got to find a way to win. And that's what we've been doing in weeks past, and we got to do it again this upcoming week. So excited about the challenge. It'll be a good one for us, and hopefully get a little redemption from week 1.
There is Cole Kmet here saying, got to have it here to win the division 100%. So let's get right into it as we're starting to move things along here on Brick by Brick. The blueprint to beating the Vikings. And make sure you check out that interview if you haven't already. Okay, let's get into it. Lance, you're up first. Your 2 keys to beating the Vikings. He's muted. You're muted. Burger Boy, you're muted.
I'm going to stick to the thing that the Bears have shown to do well, and 3+ takeaways. Because regardless of what's happening, on the offensive side, Vikings-wise, what we can do is we can take the ball away. I'm sure that taking advantage of a J.J. McCarthy that, throws for less than 200 yards a game, I think we should be able to take advantage of that. They rush for over 100 yards a game. And obviously, you guys know our run defense stinks. But we can do is we can take the ball away. If we take the ball away, it gives us a chance.
3+ takeaways.
I mean,
He's not asking for too much.
Yeah, 3+ takeaways, like that's easy. We can do that every single week.
I'm just
piece of cake.
You want keys to victory?
My goodness, 3+?
3+.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Well, they had 15. They had 15.
Golly.
They had 15.
So that's it. Okay.
They had 15 takeaways in a 4-game stretch. They did get a takeaway last week. And it was a big one.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Kind of flipped the game at that point.
We needed that. That's been helping us is the takeaways.
They have to get it.
They have to get takeaways.
The way they give up yards and points,
Yes.
they have to get takeaways.
Yeah.
So Lance wants 3+.
Oh my goodness.
One got
plus.
Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. What's your second key then, Briggs? I'm assuming it's 8 touchdown passes.
Yeah, here we go.
8+.
Listen, you want the blueprint? I'm going to give it to you. All right? This is the other thing we've seen over the last couple weeks. Win the critical situations. All right? We could give up 400 yards of offense, but at the end of the game, when we need a stop, our defense has come up with a stop in the critical situation. That gives us a chance to win or give the ball back to the offense to drive down to win the game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, that's good.
Good job.
Critical situation.
Both are legitimate.
I guess.
Situational football is definitely important. So critical downs and distances, that's where Ben Johnson needs to shine. I think they do well at the end of games. And, Hogue talked about yesterday how they're kind of getting beat up a little bit in that middle 8, the final 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. And so that's where I talk about the consistency. They've started games better. They're finishing games great. That middle of the game, they need to find that consistency. Ups and downs, yeah. It's all critical. So, all right, Jerry, your 2 keys.
Well, first of all, the offense needs to keep on improving. They're getting better and better every single week. Obviously, we're running the football. I think that's their identity, being physical, getting out there, getting the guys moving, getting the guys hunting down defenders. That's kind of like their thing. So they have to continue to improve on that because they are successful at that. Yep. And then, keep passing the ball well. I think that Caleb is progressing in the pocket. I think he's delivering the ball. But like I said, the basic fundamentals seem to break down around this time. Uh-oh, Lance over there fumbling. He's fumbling his burger. But,
What'd you say?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, my earpieces, I accidentally.
Oh, my goodness.
Jerked them out of my ear.
Right, sure. But back to the offense.
Run the ball.
Whatever that means.
Lance needs to improve also. He needs to improve his headset.
Run the ball, pass the ball.
I just thought maybe at his age it was one of those where
he's showing his age right now.
Fallen and he's gonna have to hit that help button.
I right,
He's at that age.
What's the next key? All right, moving on.
You can't hear it anyway. All right. The next key is stop the run. Defensively, they haven't really been productive like they should be. Way too many yards. They have to stop some type of situation, whether it's passing the ball or the run. And rule number 1 is stop the run on defense. They have to stop the run. If you don't stop the run and just open up the floodgates to everything, and you basically can't stop anything, you need those 15-plus takeaways to win football games. But stop the run should be rule number 1. Make this team one-dimensional as much as possible and get off the football field.
Why are you shaking your head? That's what is that?
I'm shaking my head because you guys looked at 3+ takeaways as it was ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as the Bears stopping the run right now.
Well, but that's a legitimate concern that's what they have to do. Stop the run.
But they have to, but they don't do it.
Well, they got to. That's the blueprint. They have to figure out ways to stop the run. They they have to start playing with their eyes and playing consistent. Like they have to run to the ball and stuff these run lanes. And then also they have to contain the quarterback. The quarterback has been scoring touchdowns against this team left and right, which is absolutely ridiculous. They got to stop all of that stuff. There's no reason why Jackson Dart should be the leading rusher and rushing for 2 touchdowns on the Chicago Bears. Like, it's ridiculous to me.
It's a damn shame. I know.
I do like how now we're fighting over our keys.
Now you got me mad.
Now
I'm mad.
We have now reached
Brad, you're up.
We've now reached a point in the season where we're fighting over this.
I dropped this stat week 1. I don't know if you guys remember it, but the stat's gotten even worse for the Bears. Aaron Jones in his career now against the Bears, 15-1. Mm-hmm. He has 14 touchdowns in those 16 games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he did score week 1, prior to me saying, that again.
He got TJ Edwards on that wheel route. Maybe not so much a wheel route, but where Kevin O'Connell did a really nice job of finding that mismatch and getting,
you have to be able to stop something on the offense. You have to be able to stop something. We're not stopping anything right now.
He's once again seemingly taken over that RB1 role following his injury.
Yeah.
So he'll get his touches. He's a Bears killer.
He's definitely going to get his touches. I think JJ is going to get his touches if he's healthy to go. I think the last game, how many touchdowns did JJ score the last game that we played again? His first start. 2, I want to say 2 touchdowns.
He outplayed Caleb. 2, right?
In the fourth quarter, I think he scored 2 touchdowns or something like that. So you got to stop that. The Bears have to stop that immediately.
Well, and that's where my 2 keys kind of piggybacks off. He had 3. 1 was rushing, and it was a really nice play call, I believe, on 4th down, either 3rd and short.
Yeah, like
or
a sweep to the right.
Yeah. They did a play action, and he was completely wide open.
Let's hear your keys, Bragg.
So my key actually piggybacks off what Steven and Jerry were saying with their expert analysis.
That's right.
And that is contain J.J. McCarthy, because they are having trouble with quarterbacks that can move.
Yes.
And you saw it with Tyler Huntley.
Killed us.
You saw it with Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
And then you saw it last week with Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
That is where they are really having trouble containing. Then your linebackers, correct me if I'm wrong, Lance, but your linebackers got to be kind of a little closer to the line of scrimmage when you have a quarterback like that then that's going to hurt you over the top a little more because of where your linebacker depth has to be when you have to take into account a quarterback that can move with his legs. And with JJ, he hurt his hand. He was limited here in practice yesterday. We'll see what the update is here today. But at the same time, he didn't have a great game against the Ravens, so now is he going to be more inclined to take off a few times just to get what he has to get done, kind of like what Caleb did against the Giants. And so they've got to contain J.J. McCarthy in order to make them one-dimensional. You've got to be able to contain these quarterbacks. You got Jalen Hurts coming up in a couple weeks, who's another person I'm really worried about in this regard. They haven't been great with this. So that, I think, is another big part of – because I think they're doing a decent job with the running backs. In particular, the last few weeks. They did well with Jackson Krosky Merritt against the Commanders. Ja'Cory.
He's having a lot of trouble with these easy names.
Ja'Cory.
Like, what is going on?
You know what it is. He only messes up the black name.
I wasn't going to say it. But these names are really easy.
I got oh, my God. I got I got like a group of friends that are not going to let me off the hook for the shit you're saying right now. Like,
it's like the easiest names in the world. Over here tricking them off.
We play after this has all African names.
Oh my goodness! And then my final key.
Before we move to that, I actually want to bring up a stat on that because the Bears have actually allowed the second most rush yards in the NFL to opposing quarterbacks. The only team ahead of them, the Giants, has played one more game than the Bears have. So the Bears, on a per-game basis, have allowed the most rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks in the NFL.
Thank you. See, expert
Ridiculous.
analysis here. Not take the ball away 6 times.
18 times.
Anyway.
You guys, whatever. All right, let's go. Next key. The next
my
key.
final key. My final key is what lost them the week 1 matchup against the Vikings, and that's stick to the run. Now, their run game is so much different, vastly different than
so much different.
What they had in week 1. Obviously, their offensive line configuration is different with Theo Benedict in there, but you're seeing more Ozzie Trapillo. Your tight ends have been doing a great job blocking.
Yes.
Your wide receivers have done a great job blocking in the run game. And if they were able to get their run game going against the Vikings are not able to come back in the fourth quarter when they were down 2 scores in that game in the fourth. And so for the Bears to close the door on the Vikings this time, they have to establish a run and stick to it. In the first half of the Giants game, yes, they ended up with 171 yards rushing against the Giants, which was pretty shocking, but Caleb certainly had a big hand in that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were not running the football enough in the first half. And for whatever reason, whether it's game script or, however things played out, but they've got
that defensive line is pretty good, though.
They are good, but the
Giants' defensive line is really good.
Giants' D-line has a lot of really good players, but their run defense hasn't been good all year. But I'll give them credit. They did a good job. But at the same time, the Bears got to force their will.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's a war of attrition, and the Bears got to win it. Let's get Kyle, my guy, the Manun guy. More into this. Hey, he got in the end zone last week. Shout out to the Manun guy. And DeAndre Swift, has been running hard all year, and you guys were ahead of it on everybody that was ready to throw him out of town. He's been doing a fantastic. Yep.
70,
So
maybe even 80-20.
All right, relax. Okay. Yeah. Anybody I like, Briggs has to not like. That's what it is.
I like you, Manan guy. I like it.
You like the guy.
I was going to say, Jonathan Grenard's going to miss that game. He's not just a really good defensive player. He's one of the best run stoppers in the NFL. Yeah. He's ranked 10th out of 114 edges on PFF right now. So, the Vikings not having him, that should really bode well for that Bears run game.
It's not completely official he's out for Sunday. It's assumed that he will be, though, because he had a shoulder injury last week.
The game plan should be to run the rock.
Yeah.
Period. Run that rock.
Yep.
Steven, I think the disappointment is Dallas Turner. The impact he's had since he's been in. He's had a sack and a half over 9 games, and he's been reduced to a rotational player. So he's probably going to get a whole lot more playing time.
That's a great point, and he's a guy. He was a first-round pick.
Yeah.
He has been a huge disappointment. And the Vikings don't miss on draft picks too often. Yeah. So to see a whiff like that so far, it's been pretty surprising. It's his chance if he gets some snaps.
Have a defensive lineman that was giving us problems week 1, Redmond, that is in the
Jalen
interior. He's somebody that the Bears got to take into account for Jalen Redmond.
He leads their team in sacks.
Yeah, he's in the interior of their defensive line, so that's somebody they got to key in on. So speaking of nicknames with Manungai, he revealed that he really loves Big Chungus, the bunny rabbit from Bugs Bunny. Remember the big fat rabbit?
No, I don't remember.
I didn't remember Big Chungus either. So I don't know if Chungus is going to be his nickname. Is this something you guys are interested in?
No, not interested at all.
No.
Next.
No. I see. Listen.
That's him?
He said he was interviewed and he said anytime he sees this rabbit, he laughs. So this is Big Chungus here. We're sharing it on the screen here. There's Big Chungus right there.
Big Chungus, huh?
Braggs, I see that you love the C. Willie nickname, so you're going to be saying that a lot, huh?
Look at Big Chungus. Look at Chungus. I had no idea that this even existed.
He goes, look at Big Chungus. Oh man, this has been a fun show. All right, we gotta get to the bets. We're way over here as we're taking you into Thursday night football as Drake May and the Patriots are taking on Justin Fields and the New York Jets on Thursday night. So yeah, it's coming up here in just a few minutes. So we're gonna help you make some money here with our good friends over at Circa Sports Illinois, and of course with our award-winning segment, Duh Bets. And we're breaking down our picks from around the NFL here in Week 11, and we're getting our lines from Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, well, let's look at the Bears line as we always do to start. First and foremost, as the Vikings are 3-point favorites at home.
My goodness.
And the line is set at 48.5.
Come on, Vegas.
Yeah, that's interesting. 6-3 versus 4-5, and the Vikings are home favorites, Jerry.
Yeah, didn't they just lose last week?
They lost to the Ravens, but
Yeah,
so
lost
did
to
the
the
Bears.
Ravens. Yeah,
Bears
but I
are-
don't
Bears
like
beat
this.
Bears beat the Giants and the Bengals, guys.
Yep. Yeah, they got to prove it. I'm with everyone.
prove it.
I don't mind any
Still a win.
hesitation. If the Bears
They could have
really-
lost those games.
I'm still not in.
And then what?
You guys, okay.
They
All
could have
right,
lost
I'm
those
just-
games, and then what?
Okay, I'm just saying, don't be disappointed with Vegas. The Bears have to prove it, just like Greg said. That's all they got.
Yeah, they absolutely got to prove it. And if we want to really be, going crazy about the playoffs, and we can have fun with it and
Starts
win
Sunday.
these next two games.
Yeah, got to.
And be 8-3, and I'll be saying the word playoffs 100 times a day.
Yeah.
And you won't have to worry about Vegas because Bears will be the favorite then.
Right. So, but it starts here with the Minnesota game.
Bears are going to cover that.
The Vikings are 3-point favorites. All right, and then 48.5 points. Where you got on the total?
I got the under on that one.
Got the under.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to run the ball. And I think they're going to do it effectively.
Okay. All right. Let's
Don't
see
need to
the-
pass the ball.
Let's take a look
Just
at
run
the Week 11 NFL slate.
They got our X up there?
As I mentioned, I put that up for
My
Briggs.
goodness. I can't get away from your X's, huh?
No,
Don't. He goes, don't.
listen,
Say what you got to say.
listen. Whatever you do to your exes, you got to stop having them crying in the closet, man. They can't
Well, we got Jets at Patriots here coming up in a few minutes on Thursday Night Football. Commanders at Dolphins playing in Spain.
That's going to be a good one.
Sunday morning as the Commanders' season is reeling after losing Jaden Daniels to a tough elbow injury. Dolphins had pulled the upset on the Bills last week.
That's right.
That's going to be an interesting game. I think the Bears are going to be playing in Spain next season.
We'll be there.
That's my prediction. Let's keep going through the list. Sorry, Steven, as I ramble. Packers at Giants.
Let's go, Giants.
At 12 p.m. on Sunday. Jameis Winston looks to potentially
Oh, my goodness.
be getting the start.
I can't wait.
Famous Jameis instead of
I can't
Russell Wilson, unless Jackson Dart can play. But it'll be pretty funny if the Packers were to lose to the
Eat a
Giants
dub.
after the Packers fans making fun of the Bears for celebrating a win over the Giants. Panthers at Falcons at 12 p.m. on Sunday. Then you got Bucks at Bills.
It's going to be a good one.
Again, a noon slate game. And then moving to the 3 o'clock slate, you got 49ers at Cardinals. That was an interesting line that I think we're going to go over here in a minute. And then you got Lions at Eagles
Let's go
on
Eagles.
Sunday Night
Ooh.
Football as the Bears-Philly alliance has kind of been going down the
Let's go
last couple
Eagles.
weeks with the Eagles beating the Packers. And then you got Cowboys at Raiders on
They can both lose.
Monday Night Football. All right. Let's get into this. What's so funny? What's so funny? Here?
So both of those teams can lose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had something on Briggs.
No.
We've been picking
Not
on
yet.
this. The birthday burger we've been picking on all day today.
Briggs,
all
are you
right.
going to smash a cake on your face today
What?
for your
on,
birthday?
man.
No?
Come on, bro. No, come on. Moving on. We're going.
Sounds
Go,
like
Brad.
Sounds like a lovely time. Smashing cake.
Smashing cakes, huh?
All right, Braggsy.
Oh man.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
You Here we go.
All right.
3 plus takeaways.
Falcons are 3.5-point favorites here and again, go to circusports.com and you can find all this stuff
They
here.
should get that done.
And make sure you download the Circus Sports Illinois app for all your gambling needs. They got the Falcons as 3.5-point favorites over the Panthers here after the Panthers blew one to the Saints last week. That's an interesting line there. I think I'd take the Panthers.
I would too. Remember what happened the last time that these two teams played? Panthers won 30-0.
Yeah.
So
It's not going to happen.
I don't know what it is about that matchup.
Falcons
the
all
lines
the way.
this week are weird. We're going to go
Falcons
into
all the way.
Falcons all the way for Jerry. Okay.
Falcons get revenge.
Okay. All right. Let's see what other games we got. We got Bills, Bucks at Bills. The Bills are 6-point favorites at home.
Seems too high.
It's pretty high. The Bills just lost to the Dolphins, but it is in
The Bucks
Buffalo.
lost too.
Warm
It's gonna be
weather
cold.
team. Yeah, warm weather team going to
They
Buffalo.
got Baker, though. I like me some Baker.
I don't know what their receiving situation. I know they've been hurt with injuries, so I'm sure that plays a part in it.
For the
For the
Buccaneers?
Bucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their top two right now are two rookies. Emeka Egbuka, who's doing great, and then Tez Johnson, who just scored a pair of touchdowns last week.
Baker makes all them wide receivers look good down there because they're
Yeah.
missing Mike Evans and
It's warm.
yeah, it's warm. It is warm.
You can bake when it's warm.
Okay, all right.
We'll see what happens
I
then.
like that. You can
Can't
bake a
bake
cake.
any ice.
You can bake a cake for your
You're
birthday.
right.
Smash it in your face.
Face.
All right, let's get into the
Oh,
next
my
one here.
goodness.
Patriots 13-point favorites against the X's and the Jetses. 13-point favorite. This is like a college line here.
The Patriots have been very surprising this season. Very surprising. But 13-point favorite?
Well,
no.
And then I think maybe
The Jets are on a 2-game win streak.
Are they?
Yep.
They
Yeah.
are. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
after
got rid
losing
of players.
7 straight.
But then I heard Garrett Wilson might be out.
He's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks with re-aggravation of a knee injury.
Oh, well,
So
forget
that's
it.
not good. That's not
Hey,
good.
he had,
They need everything.
he had 0 receptions last week too, and they still
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Justin threw for
I
like
think-
50 yards last week.
Yeah, it was
He won.
it was
It
abysmal.
only that's insane to me.
It was terrible.
I don't know.
I looked at the stats and I was like, this can't be real.
I genuinely.
How did they
feel-
win? How are they winning?
I don't know.
I
It's
think
because
they had
the other teams
I wanna say
losing.
they had
Special
two
teams,
returns
they had a
touchdowns.
Special teams, 2
yeah.
touchdowns. Their special teams has been coming alive.
We could use a little bit of special.
and it also
teams.
helps they were playing the Browns. That does something.
Yeah. Bears play the Browns
Dylan
here later
Gabriel?
in the.
Oh, yeah.
Bears
Hopefully
play the
Dylan Gabriel's
Browns.
still starting.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel coming
We
to
need that.
Chicago here. They traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals. That was the wildest thing. Like, here you go.
Crazy.
In division, you need a quarterback. Let us help you out. Like,
What are they doing?
What was that? This was the one here. I know this wasn't the line, but yeah, the Dolphins are 2.5-point favorites on the Commanders in Spain.
I like that.
That one is certainly interesting
like that.
there.
Nice weather in Spain.
I'm going to take the Commanders there. I mean, they've lost. They're on a pretty hefty losing streak since the Bears ended their season.
Yeah, it's going to keep on going. Come on, ride that wave now.
It would be.
They did it
funny.
to us last year.
It would be funny because Commander fans are obnoxious, so they deserve it.
Let's go
but
Flippers.
in Spain again. I'm predicting the Chicago Bears will play in Spain next year.
We're going.
and we are going to go.
We're going.
And then I may not return, like I almost didn't return from Vegas.
Better brush up on your Spanish.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Sangria.
A lot of cake in Spain.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm an idiot.
Then we can do the running of the bulls.
I'm talking about. All right, Cowboys are 3-point favorites on the road. As the Raiders are home dogs.
I think the Raiders are gonna get 'em.
Monday Night Football. Raiders? I don't know. I'm leaning Cowboys.
Cowboys
there.
are around this
Cowboys.
time of the year. They start to go downward.
So do the Raiders.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going
they-
to predict a big Trey Tucker game on the Raiders. He's their number 1 receiver now. Jacoby Myers got shipped out. I bet Trey Tucker just annihilates that terrible Cowboys secondary.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Raiders going to win this one.
Yeah. Not the best Monday Night Football game there, but Although the Monday Night Football game last week, the Eagles and Packers, they couldn't score. And speaking of the
terrible.
Packers, the Giants are 7-point underdogs at home to the Green Bay Packers here with Jackson Dart's health in question, and the Packers, certainly needing a win here.
Is he concussed, Jackson Dart? He's concussed.
Yeah, he had a concussion.
Interim head coach Mike Kafka did say that Jameis Winston's going to be the starter. So, yeah, it's a concussion.
Official.
It's not his first one, so they're playing it safe there.
I like Jameis.
Yeah.
He's going to throw that ball.
Well, it's definitely interesting.
Hopefully he's on, because when he's on, he's on. But when he's off, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's
Throw that W away.
Hot mess.
kind of hard for them
Throw it up. Throw that W up.
Kind of hard for them to scout Jameis. He hasn't played, so Packers fans probably got to be irritated because Russell comes in at the end. He hasn't played well for them this year, which I was always.
They just totally gave up on Russell, huh?
Well, everybody has. It feels like he's kind of on his last legs in the league, which is shocking to me because he was one of my favorite quarterbacks when he first came in the league, but it's all kind of fallen apart for him. Mr. Unlimited as his nickname. And so it's been kind of falling apart for him since Denver. You got something for us, Steven?
I was just going to say, I love the over in that game, 43.5. We mentioned Jameis is going to throw it.
He's definitely going to throw it.
Looking back at his Tampa Bay days, they used to joke he had 30-30 vision, 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Either way, it was creating opportunities for both offenses
the ball's
and
gonna be
defenses. In the air. 43.5 seems low for a guy like that. That's an absolute gunslinger.
Play the over.
All right. Which one? I think we got 49ers at Cardinals. I don't know. This is the one that surprised me the most here. 49ers
Injuries.
What's going on with the Cardinals quarterback situation?
49ers only 3-point favorites against the Cardinals.
A lot of injuries for the Niners. A lot of injuries.
Yeah, but the Cardinals just lost by like 30 last week.
Well, what makes this even more interesting is Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to miss that game with, I believe it was an appendectomy, something like that.
Okay.
So he's not going to play. 3 points even at home. I think I like the 49ers there.
Yeah, I definitely like it.
I
hope
man.
the Cardinals
49ers have a lot of injuries,
It'd
man.
be great if the Cardinals won that game because, like I said, my eyes are now on a lot of these NFL slates we'll start doing on Thursdays. I'm going to be putting the games that I'm worried about because with the Bears and Niners, they're kind of fighting for that last wild card spot.
And they play each other late in the year.
And they play each other second to last
I'm
week of
Cardinals
the season
on this one.
prime time. So, yeah, definitely go Cardinals, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, but we'll see how it goes. I think that's it. Unless, we do have Lions-Eagles on Sunday Night Football.
Let's go Eagles.
Back-to-back primetime games for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are 3-point favorites at home to the Lions. And this was another line that I found a little bit surprising. I guess I understand why it's in Philly, but I'm taking the Lions in that with only 3 points. I would say the Lions are going to cover that, and very good chance they win that game. The Eagles don't seem right now.
Yo, they're not right. If you remember at our draft party, day 2, I had said at one point that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts had chemistry issues, and I got attacked in the comments for it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They have chemistry issues.
Yes.
A.J. Brown said it was on a stream. It was like a Madden stream, I believe.
Yeah.
He said, if you have me in fantasy, drop me.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Does that sound like a guy that's getting along great with his
Too many
team?
distractions, man. What are they doing? Too many distractions in the locker room.
Yeah, they're not happy with each other.
I still think they're going to win.
They do win a lot.
They win a lot.
I still think they're going to win.
All right, I think that's it. I think we buzzed through all the lines. Appreciate Circa Sports Illinois always. Make sure you download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Thank you once again to Circa and our segment here with Da Bets. All right, guys, I think that wraps things up. It's been a long day. Briggs is going to take a nap. He's tired at
A birthday nap.
that gentle age of 45, the birthday burger boy. Happy birthday once again to you, Briggsy.
No, thank you, Brad.
Get yourself some meatloaf.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You just brought it to...
Zoomy.
You just
Easy
did a
burger.
great job today with your analysis and your keys and everything that you bring.
14 takeaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Key to victory, 14 takeaways.
Key to
If you can pull it off.
60 points. All right.
My goodness.
We'll stop picking on him. Look
It's
forward
his
to seeing,
birthday.
Look forward to seeing you in the studio on Sunday. Jerry is going to be in Minnesota.
I'll be there. I
for
got to see. These
Bears,
eyes have to see.
Vikings, that's right. So he'll be on the scene, getting the lowdown from the stadium. So excited to hear all your reporting back from that. So we'll hold it down on the Brick by Brick after show on Sunday. Make sure you tune in, subscribe to our channel as we're inching closer to 100,000 subscribers.
Let's get there.
Hoping to hit that here before the new year. We'll see if we can hit that mark. Like the show. If you haven't hit the like button, we'd appreciate it. Certainly is an easy way to show your support to the program. Thank you again to everybody tuning in. Enjoy Thursday night football. Thank you to Stephen Nicholas, as always, for working hard, running the ones and twos.
Stu.
Yeah, Stuart Little.
All right, Zoom.
Thanks, Stu.
Stewie Little. That's a good one. That's why he didn't want to tell me, because
exactly
you give me an inch.
Yeah.
Well,
and
it's
now
over
I'm gonna
now.
Take a mile.
It's over now.
So yeah,
you give us ice, we start ice skating.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So that wraps things up. For Lance Briggs and Jerry Azumah, I'm Greg Briggs Jr., and this is the Brick by Brick podcast. Let's go Bears. Big weekend ahead. Keep your head up. And always bear down.
We all silly like the mayor.